from TeacherAudrey123.com, and on this channel you will find videos about teaching ESL online and how to create a simple life so that you can do the things you love. And I also share the things that I love to hopefully inspire you to do the things you love. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you will be notified when new videos come out each week. So today we are going to discuss how to navigate the teacher portal on your laptop or desktop computer. I will show you just kind of a walkthrough on what you can consider, and there's a lot of things that you can do, and I'll just give you my 2 cents. And then at the end of the video, I am going to show you how to open up classes. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will be jumping onto the computer and taking a look at the teacher portal.
Okay friends, so what we're going to do first is open up our VIPKid Teach app. So if you haven't downloaded it, go ahead and download it now and then click on it and open it up. So the first thing we'll see is upcoming classes, and this shows the next 3 classes that you will have. It will have the date and the student and which lesson you are teaching. Then underneath it has promotions. This just has anything of what's coming up, what's new. They have the 6 Apple points to reach higher levels, different competitions. To be honest, I don't participate much in this. I do the 6 apples because it just kind of naturally earns those points, and occasionally there's something that's no hassle to do. I typically don't buy anything just for a discount, and I really don't spend my time checking that stuff out, but if you're interested, you can browse through that and see if there's anything there. One thing I do find helpful is the library, and right here you can find the most recent things that have been downloaded in the library. In the library, you will find the teaching tips and ideas, and then you also will find printables. So then here's your to-do list. This missing CFUA is at the end of each class, you are expected to write feedback within 12 hours. And if you watch this video up here, it will walk you through how to write good feedback to your parents. But here we'll show you if you have anything that you need to do. If you have a booking request that a parent's wanting you to teach on a day that you're not already opened, you can then make that decision if you want to open that slot. There's this tasks. I've never had to use it, so to be honest with you, I'm not sure what that's about. And then the no-show checklist is if by some chance, unfortunately, you have a no-show, and in a future video, I'm going to share some tips on how to avoid a teacher no-show. But say that happens, there's going to be some protocols that you're going to have to go through to help get that resolved. So then I'm going to move myself over, and if we look here, over here, we will see first this icon here, and this is the tokens. And you earn points for every class that you teach, and there's other ways that you can earn points, and I will do a video about tokens in the near future and give you my thoughts on those. Here with this arrow down is the icon you will click on to download your teacher app. There's 3 apps that you can download. You can do your desktop, which can be your laptop or desktop computer, and then you can do it on your mobile and on your iPad. Now note, you cannot teach on your phone, which you already know this because you've went through the hiring process. And then the iPad you can teach on, but it's limited. And then here is notifications. If you click on it, it will take you to the announcements, and it has all these different categories. One thing that's nice is that it will light up with a red dot if it applies to you. So for example, right here, response to you, say I sent in a ticket, and I will give you, but if you need to send a ticket, you can, and you've sent it in, then when there's a dot by this, it means that they have responded and you need to check something. So you don't have to always check. It's obvious if there's something new in that. And then here is the sign out. Now we're going to look way up here at the top corner. So this icon is the zoom in and zoom out. So that's self-explanatory. And then this little square is a screenshot. So you can click it and it will take the picture of your screen. This is good to do if you're having tech issues and you're confident that it's the student, but you're not 100% sure, to take the picture and it will show that you're in the classroom. And then what you can do is hit save. And then what I always do is I put it on my desktop and I just save it. And I might put the student's name and then the date. And I just put the dot. So I would do 9/6. And then I would save it real quick. And then I have that as backup to send in if I were to get an IT. Also note, if you looked on that, let's do it again. You can save and report. And then, of course, minimize, change the size. Those are the typical ones. Okay, so now we can go to the more here for upcoming classes. And this is nice because it will show you your upcoming classes for the next 7 days. And it has them in order, and it has the student's name. You can click here, so you can click it, save it the same way, and then it will automatically send it to VIPKid. And sometimes I will do that to review the slides and just click through. It has the lesson objectives. It also has class info, an outline of the class, props. So if you're like, what should I do? And I recommend being wise with your props, but you do want to have props. Reward ideas, tips and tricks. This can be really helpful for different grammar ideas on how to really present it in a way that your student understands it and are able to apply it in the lesson. And some teachers have just have great ideas on how to do this. Then we have a feedback template that if you choose not to do the sandwich approach, which I kind of recommend, you could take this and then tweak it to fit the needs of your students. And then other is whatever. So you can write your notes. Say you wanted to add something here. I could maybe put, could make a matching game, and just a note to myself. And I can either hit save and it would just save for me, and then whenever it would come up each time, it would be that reminder. So if there's a tip or trick or anything, and then save and share, I can save it and share it, and then other teachers can see what I put. So I'm just going to hit save, and then that will show up. And it says that it's been saved successfully. Okay, so let's go back to the home page. So then you have the classes and you have bookings, and this is where we will sign up for our classes. And then we can go to classrooms, and this is, you can actually navigate from that more page, but you can come and see all your classes on here. And what's cool is that you can go back and review a class that you want to work on. So if you go to all classes, they will all show up. Let's just see here. And then if I go to classroom, and then I can go to class playback. It's loading. Hi, sister.
Sister.
Sister. 1, 2, 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can watch and rewatch the class. Yeah! So you can go through and rewatch the class and just kind of see what you need to change, if you need to adjust lighting, if you need to adjust teaching speed, if you are just wondering, needing to go back and check something, this is a great resource to just kind of help to build as a teacher and just professional development. And so then on here, you just close out of it. Okay, so then feedback. This is when you get parents' feedback, and it shows the last 100 parent feedback averages, and they are able to leave tags. And if you watch this video up here, I will leave a timestamp on how to adjust and choose your tags. And then they can leave comments, and usually it's in Chinese, but then you can hit the translation and see what their feedback is. So we can also access the library from the resource page. So you go to the library. Here are so here's the spot to access workshops. So as starting out, you can access this, but these really help you learn more about VIPKid from people who have been officially trained from them and not just teachers, and to have your questions asked and answered. Now, if we go to the Certification Center, I will create a separate video about this, but this is going to show you the Tefl certificates that you've completed, the major courses that you're certified for. They will highlight in red if you become available to have them. It will be blue when you're in the process of like getting it all ready and recording it, or them reviewing it and it processing, and then it will turn green once you have that certification. You can certify for as many or as few as you want. I recommend having as many as you can. Starlight is another curriculum that is for more of the struggling students. I'm certified but never taught a class. But if you watch my friend Brittany Flammer's video, she has a video about Starlight, and I will put a link to her channel up here. Supplementary classes, so here's the blue processing. I'm deciding if I want those. During the summer and holidays, a lot of these classes book, so it's a good thing to certify in them as they come up. And once again, these will also have a red dot if there's availability for them. The one-to-many and the builders program, I'm not 100% sure about those. Here's the rewards, the community, my info. So this is the page where you have your pay info, your account information, so you can change and update your photos, and you can do this at any time during your while working for VIPKid. So if you're low in bookings and you want to do something to try to change that, you can jump on and take some new pictures and post them and see if it makes a difference. And then there's other just agreements, the enable trial rebookings, and I'll do more information in the trial videos. But this is just kind of the main spot, and this is where you do your tax form too. The VIPKid Stats will be here. This shows the Apple feedback. Out of all the classes I've had, I'm at a 2.3% feedback. I don't get very many feedbacks from my parents, but I have a lot of regulars that keep up on showing up. And so I look at that as a good class because I assume that they wouldn't book me if I was doing a horrible job. So I don't get too wrapped up in the trying to get the feedback because I've just found it difficult. And then this shows how many open slots, finished classes, and how many PPT, and these are the hot teaching times. Then if we go to my VIPKid, it will show how many classes taught, how many students taught, and how many days taught. And this is a really fun page just to watch and see those numbers grow as the time goes on. And then support. This is where you send a ticket, and if you have any questions, I can help you with that. So that is a walkthrough of the portal. Now we're going to jump back to the bookings page, and I'm going to show you how to open up your classes. Okay, so I am going to open up a few weeks in advance to show you on a blank calendar page what it will look like to open up classes to start getting booked. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to unlock the calendar. And so unlocking it will allow changes to be made. So that will be what you want to do first. And then you will want to know in your mind what days you are able to actually teach the students and can open up. You want to look ahead of time and make sure that you book it because there are penalties for canceling classes. So if you're not 100% sure that you're committed to teaching that class, don't open the slots because there's an actual financial fee that comes to closing classes unless they meet one of the few soft cancellations. So I typically work from 4 to 8 every morning of the week, and then every other morning I work. I take Saturdays off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to see what I have open. And I'm going to click on it and I'm going to hit the course. And so that opens me to be available. And then I'm going to hit short notice. And this is going to allow me to be booked up until an hour before the class starts. So if you book this, you want to make sure you want to treat it as if you're teaching the slot. Don't assume that it's not booked. And I always recommend coming to your computer and checking to see if it's been booked or not. So you know. And the short notice is if you get booked, you get an extra $2 for that class. So you have your base pay plus the incentive pay plus an additional $2, which is a sweet deal. So now I'm going to just open those up. And this is the week I won't work Saturday. So I'm going to fill in everything but Saturday. So let's do that real. Quick. So I have those all marked. I have some of those not short notice, and what I do is I go in and turn them to short notice if they're not booked during the frenzy. I am also going to go ahead and do the hour after the recommended time because these time slots you can get booked for trials. So I am going to open these up and see if I can start getting some trials. And I may actually send in a ticket and see if that makes a difference, because I haven't had a trial for ages. So I am going to add that extra time this week to see if I have any success with getting trial students. And if you have questions on trials, let me know in the comments. Okay, so I hope that you found this video helpful. Please remember to subscribe and hit that bell so that you will be notified when new videos come out. I want to help encourage teachers to be the best teachers inside and outside of the classroom, and would love for the right people to find this channel. So if you found it helpful, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks, and have a wonderful day. Bye! I recommend you watching these two videos that are on the recommended list to know how to prepare and set yourself up for success for teaching your first class, and then also how to use your tags. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at teacheraudrey123.com or leave a comment in the comments, because I am here to help you be the best teacher you could be. Enjoy this and enjoy life. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.